Sai Ram. In part 2 of his book Baba Sathya Sai, Shri Ra Ganapati records an incident that occurred possibly in the late 1940s or the early 1950s when Swami would take groups of devotees along with him to the banks of the river Chitravathi, and there many beautiful leelas would happen. Some of these leelas we have documented in the Sathya Sai story. The playlist for that entire Sathya Sai story, 20 episodes, is at this link above in case you have missed. On one such day when Swami had taken a large group of devotees to the sands of the Chitravathi River on the river banks, there was one lady who had travelled from possibly Bangalore, and she was in a fix. She had forgotten her spectacles back at home, and because of that, though she was in this blessed group in this beautiful Chitravathi riverbank session, she was not able to see Swami. Swami was just a very hazy blur for her. That is when another fellow devotee called out to her and said, "Go friend, Swami is calling you, Swami is calling you." She goes towards Swami. She's still not able to see Swami clearly. And then Swami points to the sand, the floor there, and he says, "Is that yours? You should pick it up." She is not able to see what is there on the sands. When she bends down, she realizes that Swami has drawn on the sands with his finger spectacles. And he seems to be mocking her and telling her, "Pick up this that you need." Indeed, this is Swami's omniscience, but what is the use of this? Swami is just mocking her. So she just smiles to herself and she is returning to her place. Now Swami reprimands her and he tells, "Take it, why are you not taking it?" He seems to be upset, he seems to be angry. And then he plunges his hand into the sand and pulls out spectacles. He gives her those spectacles and asks her, "Is it comfortable?" Dear brothers and sisters, when she wears it, not only is it more comfortable than her specs which she has left back at her home, it is helping her see much better. In fact, Swami seems to have diagnosed her and has changed her spectacles to give her the perfect ones through which she can see very clearly. And the first sight she sees is of her beloved Swami smiling at her. Swami is the one who grants us clear vision. He knows what we lack, and with his grace and blessings, he gives us this opportunity to see God if we have that yearning to see him. If we have yearning, that is more than enough. Yearning is the most important. Along with this story, there are two other delightful stories of missing spectacles that teach us amazing insights and different facets of this beautiful avatar of Kali Yuga, our dear Swami Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Sometime in 1955 or possibly 1956, Swami had gone on a tour of the Telangana region in India. It was a very unique trip because for the first time possibly, Swami did not take Professor Narayan Kasturi along with him. He had in fact punished him to stay back all alone at Prashanti Nilayam, even taking the priest, that is Sri Sheshagiri Rao, along with him on this travel. Now, why had Swami punished Professor Kasturi? That is a long and detailed story in itself. That story is documented at this link above. So, when Swami was gone like this, Swami did not write back any letters to Prashanti Nilayam. And almost 2 weeks passed and Mother Ishwaramma was very, very worried. Where is Swami? He is not coming at all. So she summoned Professor Kasturi and said, Go to Telangana, locate Swami and bring him back. We have not received any news from him. We have not received any news about him also." And so Professor Kasturi, along with a member of Swami's family, Sri Krishnappa, they headed towards Hyderabad, which was one of the major towns in this Telangana region, major city it is actually. When they went to Hyderabad, they saw Swami and Sheshagiri Rao there. They had come, and Swami was sharing how after this entire travel with the Telangana people, he had sent them back to their respective homes, and he along with Sri Sheshagiri Rao had travelled all the way to Hyderabad. However, there was a strike going on, because of which there was no fuel available, and Swami said, this time we didn't even stop to put water into the petrol tank. I just willed it and the car moved on. Wow, what a beautiful leela of the Lord, mentioned so casually. That's why Swami says these chamatkars or these miracles are ashcharyam for you, meaning surprising for you, but they are sahajam for me, they are natural for me. And thus Professor Kasturi, Sri Sheshagiri Rao and Swami, along with another person called Sri T.A. Ramanatha Reddy, started from Hyderabad towards Puttaparthi. Now you know, Swami has this beautiful way of giving nicknames to different people. This Sri T.A. Ramanatha Reddy was an engineer working on the construction of roads, and so Swami used to call him Tar. One is T.A.R., which are his initials, the other is his job, his occupation. Swami used to call him Tar. Now Mr. Tar, along with Professor Kasturi, Swami and Sri Sheshagiri Rao, they took a midway break as the guests of the collector of Raichur in the Raichur inspection bungalow. From there they headed towards Puttaparthi. An hour or so into the journey, as they were nearing the town of Hampi, Swami told Mr. Tar, who was sitting beside him, "Hey, your specs are missing. Where are your spectacles?" Immediately Mr. Tar touched his nose and his head, and he realized that his spectacles were missing. So he said, "Oh Swami, I don't know." And he quickly tried to check his pockets. No, the spectacles were not there at all. And then he tried to recollect. And then he said, "Swami, I think I have forgotten them on the windowsill in the inspection bungalow there." Swami looks at him and says, "Ayo papam, don't worry. As soon as we reach Hampi, we'll stop. You go and send a telegram to the collector and he will put it in the post, earliest post, and you can receive it." And then he said, "Yes, Swami, I will do that." And as he prepared himself to do this, stop and send a telegram, Swami again looks at him, pats him on the back, waves his hand, and materializes his spectacles. Swami gives that to him and says, "This is yours, correct?" Mr. Tar is now looking at his spectacles. He is having tears. Tar to tear. Yes, he says, "Swami, these are mine." And everyone in the car rejoices as Mother Ishwaramma rejoiced when they got back to Puttaparthi. Dear brothers and sisters, sometimes we lose our vision, our sights on the goal, which is Swami, and we get distracted by the world. And we don't even know that this has happened. We don't even know that our vision has been lost. In such circumstances, again, it is our compassionate Bhagwan who reminds us that, hey, your vision is missing. Focus back onto the lotus feet of the Lord. Sathya Sai Padam Bhujam Bhajare Manasa Nirantaram. I have a beautiful episode in connection with this bhajan, which is at this link above. Swami reminds us, and then he tells us to put in efforts to refocus, to get our vision back to the lotus feet. But ultimately, it is His grace that restores our vision. Just like Swami told him to put efforts and send the telegram, but Swami himself, out of his grace, materialized the specs back for him. It is God's grace that restores our vision. The third episode happened in the October of 1983 in the Italian city of Rome. An international symposium of the Sathya Sai International Organization was being held there with the immense blessings of Swami, and it was being organized by Mr. Craxi, who was the younger brother of the then Prime Minister of Italy. And Swami told Sri V.K. Narasimhan, who was then the editor of the Sanatana Sarathi, to travel and address the symposium in Rome. Swami told this to him with just a few days left for the symposium, and so Sri V.K. Narasimhan packed his bags in a hurry in Puttaparthi, then left for Brindavan, which is in Bangalore, and From Bangalore on the 27th of October, he left for Rome for this conference, which was going to be held on the 30th and 31st of October. Having reached his hotel there, when another doctor, anesthesiologist who had worked in Swami's hospital in the later years, Dr. Sara Pavan, he was also there. So he went to discuss some things with Sri V.K. Narasimhan. That is when Sri V.K. Narasimhan realized that his spectacles have been left behind in Bangalore. And he told Dr. Sara Pavan, I don't know what to do. I can't read without my spectacles. Only the box is here. I think I forgot to put the spectacles inside. Dr. Sara Pavan tried his best and got some other replacement specs for him to wear, but no, it is not matching. And there is no enough time for him to go and get it measured and get a new spectacles made, right? So with difficulty, he was sitting and trying to read these documents. Out of the blue, plop, from above drops something in between these two gentlemen, and they see it is the spectacles. And Sri V.K. Narasimhan first thought that because Dr. Sara Pavan is wearing specs, maybe his specs fell down. And the same thing Dr. Sara Pavan thought, that maybe Sri V.K. Narasimhan's specs fell down. But each of them have their specs on their face. They pick it up, and this is precisely Sri V.K. Narasimhan's spectacles, which he has forgotten, which he realized that he had forgotten in Bangalore the previous day. That has landed, directly dropping from the skies, manna from heaven. Needless to say, his speech and the rest of the trip went on very well. When he returned back to Swami, Swami immediately, the first thing he asks and tells him is, you were missing your spectacles. I sent them to you. You received them, right? Yes, Swami. Yes. You know, our scriptures mention of Markata Kishora Nyaya and Marjala Kishora Nyaya, saying of the relationship between a devotee and the Lord. It can be like that between a baby monkey and the mother monkey, where the devotee or the baby monkey holds on to the mother tight with full faith that however the mother jumps, wherever she is, I am holding on. That is Markata Kishora Nyaya. Marjala Kishora Nyaya is like of the relationship between a mother cat and her kitten. Here the devotee totally surrenders to the Lord. It is the mother cat with her sharp teeth, which is capable of killing rats. Rats are killed by this teeth, but not the kitten. The kitten is gently picked by the same teeth. The Lord, who is so powerful, will use his power to gently pick the devotee around. In the same way, there is one more called Kurma Kishora Nyaya, the way a mother tortoise guides and takes care of her young ones. The mother tortoise is nowhere near the young ones, and yet it is said that through her sight, through her vision, she is able to guide the young ones. Our Sai Kishora Nyaya, Swami, is like that. It is beyond that of the tortoise. He might be seated on a chair, closing his eyes and enjoying bhajans. Even then, his vision is on each and every one of his devotees, wherever they might be in any part of the world. Dear brothers and sisters, it is our dear Swami who rewards us with a vision to see him. It is our dear Swami who restores our vision when we have lost it and when we have forgotten it. Finally, it is our dear Swami who reminds us that his vision is always on us and no amount of geographical distance can ever come in between him and his devotees. How blessed are we to have such a loving Lord, and how blessed are we to hear these three beautiful stories of the spectacles that teach us three beautiful messages related to our vision and Swami's vision on us. Dear Swami, may the love that we have for you in our hearts keep growing stronger every passing moment. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.